Hey everybody. Wanted to do a quick update before I go to the dentist tomorrow. Today is my 2 week mark after full extractions with Russell Klein dentures, full upper and lower. I'm doing really, really great. Um, I use the Himalayan sea salt to rinse with, and I use Kangen water to disinfect the 2.5. I swish with that for about a minute, and then I use the 11.5 to promote healing. So if anybody knows anybody with a Kangen water machine, definitely ask if they'll share their water with you because it really helps a lot. A lot of people have asked about the Russell Klein. I chose the whitest natural shade that he had, the non-bleached. My skin tone is really fair, so I'm like super white, and I wear a lot of red lipstick. So for me, they're just perfect white. I still have stitches down in there, so my gums are kind of sore from the stitches still. So I think that when those come out tomorrow, I'll be a little bit more comfortable when it comes to eating. I'm still on kind of a liquid diet just because of the stitches and they're weird. The only issue that I had was the notch being in the wrong spot. It was just off center a little bit, and that was because one side of my jawbone over here doesn't extend back as far, so they were off center just a little bit. And then to get the teeth in there, um, it really wasn't his problem, it was mine. And so we just filed down the front. He offered to have me ship them back and he would recenter the notch for me, but I didn't want to go without them because it's the only pair that I have. So I just filed it down, and he helped me out with that. A denture tech friend of mine helped me out with that, and it worked out fine right down there. And I put a little Benzodent down there just to make sure that it's okay, but it just gets sore every once in a while. And I don't really take them out except for to clean them. I sleep in them. I pretty much do everything with them in. I feel really weird with them out, and I can't talk. So when I take them out, my cheeks kind of suck in, and I can't talk. It sounds like I have marbles in my mouth, and it's really, really hard for me to even enunciate one word. So I keep them in all the time, but I do, clean them throughout the day. I'm not using any adhesive at all. They stay in perfectly when I drink, when I eat, when I, talk, whatever. I'm not having any problems with that. And the palate arch seems to be what's keeping those tops in super snug. So the bottoms, they're fine. I'm not having issues with those. I did have a little sore spot on the inside of my gums, but I think that was just due to me sleeping in them and not rinsing one night. Anyway, I'll see what the dentist says tomorrow. They talked about avioplasty before they did the extraction, so I don't know if that's still on the plan or not. He hasn't seen my teeth. He hasn't seen me since the extraction day, so hopefully he will be pleased. I know that I am. I'm not having any issues, so I'm super, super happy. Anybody who's contemplating going with Russell, all I can tell you is that I've had a great experience, and it's made me really, really pleased with his work. It does get better. I was super afraid of the dentist and the outcome. I did conscious sedation, which is they give you anxiety pills and then nitrous. I don't remember a thing. I really don't. I don't remember anything except for waking up in my own bed. So that was a blessing to me. The only issue that I don't like is that their slime kind of builds up in the palate, so I rinse them out throughout the day a lot. But for those of you guys who are just starting out, I was super nervous, super scared. It was all I could think about, and it really ruined like a whole month of my days of just being anxious and worried and scared of what was going to happen and all the what ifs. And I was nervous all the time. But once it was over, every day has been better than the day before, and I've been up and about ever since the next day after my extractions, and I haven't had really any issues. They don't pop out, they don't shift or float, or I'm not having issues. I did stay on top of that Tylenol and the ibuprofen pretty consistently, so I want to say that helped out a lot with keeping the swelling down. I do still have some swelling. I kind of got a little bit of chipmunk thing going on right now, but I still have infection up here on both sides, and I think it's going to take a little bit for that to go away because it was so bad. But talking really great, eating really great, everything is going amazing. So I will update tomorrow on what they say about the stitches and the avioplasty and how the teeth look and everything else. But for right now, everything is going fantastic. So I urge you to really just be patient with it. I know it's super scary. I never thought at 42 years old that I would lose all of my teeth, but it happened, and I really, the only regret I have is not doing it sooner. They turned out amazing. I probably should have done it a long time ago, but it took about 1.5 years for my teeth to start deteriorating, and I waited a year because I was really afraid of what the dentist was going to say to me, being judged, just the whole process of it. It took me a year to be okay with the emotional side of having dentures at my age. I have three grown children, and I never thought that I would get to that point of needing dentures, but I did, and I'm so happy that I did it now. They are perfect. I let Russell pick the shape of the teeth, everything. The only thing I picked was the shade, and that was the whitest natural shade that he had, and I'm super happy with that too. So anybody who wants to go through Russell, all I can say is that my experience, I would recommend them to anybody. So if he tells you no for temporaries before extractions, there's a pretty good reason for it. So don't be discouraged, and ask lots of questions. That's what I did. He's still been answering my questions every day since my extractions were done. So he's really great about it. But I will update tomorrow once I'm done at the dentist and give a report of what he says, and I will go from there. But I have not taken any pain medication since 3 days after my extractions. Everything's been awesome. So it does get better, I promise.